we'll move to public comment. Judith Davies.
I am here as a member of the executive committee of the Airport Marina Group of the Sierra Club. We're particularly concerned with Ballona Wetlands Ecological Reserve and the final EIR issued by the Department of Fish and Wildlife. The Tongva sacred site. It's public land, not private land, and it's public trust. Legal rights for Native Americans must be addressed. It would make total sense to me to have the area of the Ballona Wetlands Ecological Reserve be designated as a World Heritage Site. The people who came here, lived here, and on the islands date back farther than 10,000 years. These are thought to be some of the oldest settlements on this continent, and surely important to world history for everyone. This is a very fundamental reason not to dig up the wetlands. The archaeological sites that were found already date back from 8,500 before present to the mission period. These are sites that were found in Playa Vista, but the wetlands farther to the west would surely hold more and much deeper in the sediments. The bulldozing and digging down as much as 25 feet would surely destroy other ancient sites. Scientists have reasoned that because of sediment buildup as well as ocean rising over thousands of years, we can only say these areas are so important for the history of us all. That's why we should fight to have it listed not only by the state of California, but as a National Heritage Site and more appropriately a World Heritage Site. But the first slide here is a T-sheet from the 1800s. Ballona Wetlands is largely closed off, separated by sand dunes and so on, and closed off from the ocean. And fresh waters are quite prevalent there in the 1800s. And it does relate to this archaeological portion of an archaeological set of maps that shows the progressive closing off of the Ballona area at large from the 8,000 before present up to 200 before present, and the final illustration there on the lower right-hand side is very similar to what you saw on the previous slide in the 1800s, and this is listed as being 200 before present, so we're about at that same time period. The issue with the sacred site has been registered under by John Tommy Rosas, who is a Tongva member. He submitted the registration in 2003 for several areas in the whole area of the lower part of the Ballona Wetlands, which is now the Ecological Reserve. That was submitted to the Native American Heritage Commission, and I think that was submitted as well to you in a previous presentation in March of last year. One is the copy of the official submission and registration with the Native American Heritage Commission back in 2003. There are two following photographs that were presented also in the 1,500 burials were treated at that time, digging up and then having them wash away, basically. More than troubling, it's really upsetting to have witnessed this. I was there at the time when all this was going on. I was as a volunteer videotaping, and I also, as a teacher, was doing a year-long educational program to inform and educate various students in 4 different schools, including Loyola and Venice High School and so on. And so I was very involved at that time when this was all going on. This was being built during Playa Vista, and the ongoing proposals for these plans upcoming for digging out and creating these large berms and so on, and full tidal coming in, are also kind of being presented and represented through the long arm of the Playa Capital and Playa Vista as well. So it really disturbs me that these are possibilities that, you know, the upcoming plan might involve digging out sites, archaeological sites. Some of these go back 8,000 years that were at this time, dug up and removed. This is an oversight, a view of the gas facilities, the SoCal underground storage facilities that overlook. I took the picture from the bluffs up above. This is just one other kind of complication there with the dig out. But this is a view of the plains, or the area that should be preserved as a sacred site. People have been settled here for well over 10,000 years and out into the island. So if they're going to be digging 25 feet down, they're going to be digging into, most likely, other areas and other levels of settlements that we don't even know that this shouldn't happen.